So this is Massive, the world's largest cruiserweight, and you're watching and listening to Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm out.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC, and I am joined this week by Tommy.
Hey, guys. Boring question.
We got Mike.
I'm Mike, and this is 2020, and we're in the final countdown.
Thank God.
And finally here to brag about him picking 8-0 at AEW, we got Tez. It's driving me out of my mind.
Yes,
and he picked a good song, too.
Me and Tommy have finally...
Didn't you see the AMAs? Velvet DeVoe was on there, man.
Oh, man.
That'd be a good old time. That'd be a good old time, man.
Although we still don't agree with the results, me and Tommy have decided to allow the transition to talking...
Damn it! I wanted to make that joke.
Oh my God! I told you to stop, and they encouraged me. I'm stopping, Tommy. I'm not going to talk the rest of the show.
I had that joke ready to go. Damn it! I wanted to make that joke.
Yeah, I think Tez was just waiting for Michigan to certify the results, and there we go.
I blame you guys. Y'all told me to keep going.
I know.
I said I was going to stop.
I had two guys in Michigan who weren't going to do it, but then they changed their minds because, you know.
Our Twitter account is at CG_WrestleCast, and subscribe here at the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. Today we're going to be recapping Survivor Series. Should be a pretty short show. Depends how long-winded we get when we're discussing it. By the way, when it comes to all those jokes, I will say that Animaniacs has plenty of them, especially with Russian ties and the current president.
I still haven't get a chance to watch it.
Oh my God!
I heard
so
it was
good.
Is
so good.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I watched part of the first one just to kind of see what it was like, and I was like, yeah. So I'll try to get to that.
It's better. I will say this: the moment where I just died laughing and had to pause it was a Pinky and the Brain episode where they're sneaking into Slay a Dragon, and all of a sudden we got the plan, yeah. And then Pinky takes off running and yells, "Leroy Jenkins!"
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I was
I don't care
dying.
what that is. It's always going to be funny.
That's timeless.
It really is.
Yes.
It's always going to be hilarious. But thank you, Animaniacs. You
Yeah.
may have made 2020 a little bit more bearable. When we needed a hero, 3 arrived.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, on to Survivor Series, our recap. This, I will say, was a better show than I think we thought it would be. The way we were talking last week. So
I was floored. I was like, this is actually a really solid show, top to bottom. So
I figured before we we'll try not to go in chronology. We'll just talk about it. Let's just talk about the match we were all anticipating: New Day and Street Profits.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the Battle Royal.
New Day and Street Profits. It was almost my show stealer, but I think Reigns and Drew McIntyre kind of topped it for me a little bit. But it was amazing, the tag team match.
It really was. Two of the best tag teams in the world right now, and Big E coming to make the entrance with them.
That was great.
In the Gears of War armor.
In the Gears of War,
which I totally downloaded onto my Xbox One X, and I played a couple of local rounds with them.
Well, congratulations! You don't have one that's lit on fire.
Randomly. I had the Xbox One X, not the Series X.
Oh,
okay.
I
take back what I said.
You got the safety,
man. Yeah.
And since it's a slow news day with stuff, can we also mention the Twitter fun that was had by members of both AEW and WWE? Because there was a little Gears of War trailer, the video they do for it, where for some reason, they say a lot of lines while they're fighting the guys and beating them up or whatever.
Yeah.
At one point, Big E goes, freshly squeezed.
Yeah.
So Orange Cassidy just tweets what?
Yeah.
Big E responds with, I was hacked. And then Ali
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali comes in with the my bad.
My bad. Yeah.
Like that's what makes wrestling fun. Like
That is. I think if anybody ever claims they're going to be hacked, no matter where you wrestle, you're going to have Ali chiming in.
I hope so.
My bad. Yeah.
I
so-
hope that's always a thing that he does. I just love it how the workers are like, you know what? If Vince hates us, fine, whatever. We're still gonna have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
didn't Cash from FTR tweet out to New Day and Street
Yeah.
Profits too? I think I saw that he like
Yep,
congratulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean,
Yeah, it was a great match. It was physical. It was very physical, and I love the ending with
the ending
I
was
love that
fantastic.
sneaky tag. I love that.
Yeah.
I'll just jump up and tag Montez forward, and I'll just kind of like duck down and buy my time.
Very smart. It was just very well done.
It had a lot of new school and old school tag team wrestling to it. I felt like, and I thought it was a great homage to everyone. It's kind of like what Young Bucks and FTR did at Full Gear. It was like that was just like a tag team tribute match. That I felt this one was kind of a follow up to that. So honestly, 2 of my match of the year contenders are tag team matches. So
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the best way. Maybe 2021 will be the year of the tag team wrestling. I mean, we're getting that in Impact with the Women's Knockout Tag Team Championship.
That's true.
So,
yes,
so.
That's true.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Now, first up, I have an idea for the elimination matches. The Raw men's one. I mean, we all thought the men were going to win. I did not see a clean sweep happening.
Yeah, that was
You know, but
That was so weird.
it was so weird.
Yeah. Thanks, Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for. I mean, but granted, like we're all kind of like, well, he's gonna be leaving at some point, but like,
Yeah. Tina was like, "Well, there goes his paternity leave," you know. So I mean,
So,
so
it was such an on-brand thing for him to do.
and that's what sends him out.
yeah.
It's such an on-brand thing for him to do is to do that.
Yeah.
I think I
Pretty
finally
creative,
have
good.
a solution to this. What's the point of these matches?
Okay.
So here's my thought. With these elimination, there's always a men's and a women's. Whoever survives, no matter if it's one person or 5 people, they all at some point get the next title shot at whoever the champion is on their brand. And I think that would be you can make some interesting scenarios where the actual champion might interfere and prevent that side from winning. It gets a little interesting.
That's a
Yeah.
good way to
Definitely
raise
with
the
the Hill
stakes.
champion. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It's a good way to raise the stakes for people.
Yeah.
It would
to
be
be
awesome.
able to
Also,
survive.
the champion just came in and knocked out the person they just didn't want to have a title shot. Like,
Yeah.
Well, actually, JC, they may have started doing that because we're filming this on a Monday night.
Mhm.
The Soul Survivor Lana got a match against Asuka. Asuka basically challenged her, and it was kind of funny because Lana was like, "No, I don't think I'm ready for a match." And Asuka's like, "Oh, it's okay, yeah, let's have a match." And just kind of was like, "Yeah, let's have a match." And Lana was
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
That was quite hilarious last night though, with Asuka being the lone survivor. I mean,
the
Lana.
Bianca
Lana,
Belair.
excuse
the whole lead, the fact that she got into the match and was holding her own, showing that she had improved some, and then have her team just crap on her for even being in the ring in the first place. It was. I mean, I appreciate them doing this kind of redemptive thing with her to kind of get the fans behind her, because for some fans it's been kind of difficult for them to get behind her because she's mostly been a heel, and then and especially with the whole Lashley divorce thing, and then
I forgot that even happened.
2020, huh?
Yeah,
it was like Tom Cruise's divorce from Katie Holmes. It just went quietly, and everybody forgets it happened. It's like that wedding never happened.
I don't forget that happened. He took the best years of her life from us. God, stupid
Sorry,
Tom
Mike.
Cruise.
I know.
I mean, pretty much with but there were some. I mean, there were some good parts of that match. I mean, Natalya, Sans, her going for a submission that wasn't the sharpshooter. That whole that's fine, but she was really good in that match.
Yeah.
It was that women's match was for the most part pretty solid. It was pretty solid. The elimination started to end with the count out. It's like I can see some people getting upset with Bianca and Nia being counted out, and then thus allowing Lana to win. That's kind of the comedy of this whole thing with her. With her being like bat dropped through announce tables week after week after week after week, this is the fun way for her to win this match. It's kind of comical.
Corey Graves on commentary say, "Should I clean up the table now" or something like that? Because I died laughing.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Plus, we were talking a little bit about this before the show, but Peyton Royce, they kind of finally gave her a little bit of a push of things. She suplexed Bailey off the
that was great
into the outside, and then got the pin on her.
Yeah.
To get that first elimination.
Yeah. Sean Spears, because of course he's married to Peyton Royce, said, "My wife is really good at the wrestle," and Bailey responded on Twitter, "She all right."
Yeah.
And, another one of Bailey really killing on Twitter. Bianca Belair afterwards.
Oh, okay, I was gonna.
I'm not really into mushy stuff, but at the end of the day, Team SmackDown really came through and stuck together. We're going to show up and show out. We are SmackDown, Bailey. Damn, you really blew it though, huh? Bailey.
No, keep going. Did you read the rest of that?
No, I didn't read the rest of that.
Okay, so after that, Bianca, hits back with like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the first eliminated, blah, blah, blah." And then at some point, Bailey's like, "Well, it's not my fault you got counted out. I'm sorry your sprinting videos didn't help you get back into the ring fast enough." Like, read the whole back and forth. It was hilarious.
Oh, my God. I need to find that.
No, we need to start having this like a Twitter recap show on this.
They've had so much fun. Like, really certain wrestlers over the past year. But just like, whatever, man. We're just having fun. And
yeah.
I laughed when the announcer announced that Lana was a sole survivor. Bianca Belair's face was just like
perfect.
Was just like her face was just like
perfect.
Are you actually kidding me right now?
Her facial expressions was perfect.
Yeah. It was like actually aghast. She was like the unmitigated gall of her to stand on the apron.
Where she was told to stand by her jerk teammates.
I honestly, because I didn't get to watch the show till today. When I read the result, I couldn't breathe for laughing so hard because I was like, "Oh my God, Lana won by doing nothing. This might be the greatest result of a wrestling match I've ever heard of." But then I saw her in the match. I was like, "Oh, she did good in the match." Then they told her to get out. That was weird.
What's those Mario Party videos? Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. Lana wins by doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So kind of works out.
Yeah. It's the last survivor. Who cares? So
Tommy, you mentioned Reigns and McIntyre. I know you picked McIntyre to win. Didn't happen, but
I did, but the match was so good. I honestly don't care about who I picked because I was blown away by how good that match was. It's like Mike said when Roman first went heel. I was like, where has this Roman been all these years? Where was this Roman? We could have had this Roman 3 years ago. Are you kidding me?
What made it so great is that both guys looked great at the end of the match.
Yeah.
You had despite running from Jay to help Roman and all that type of stuff, but still, how much punishment both guys took from each other, and then the great ending with the guillotine choke and McIntyre not giving up, passing out, trying to power out of it, but passing out. It still makes him look strong.
Mm-hmm.
Still makes him look strong. So I mean, just that match was exhausting for all the best reasons. It was just so much fun to watch with near falls, and we'll get to another match that had a lot of near falls that remind me of other matches. But anyway, the near falls, or the punishments they were taking, just the points where the momentum changed. My favorite part was the Glasgow kiss to Roman Reigns when he was just taunting, and wasn't he yelling something at Samoa Joe? At some point,
he did at some point. Like you remember this or something like that.
You remember this or something like, "Are you seeing how this goes?" or something like that.
Yeah. That
leather joke starts taking his jacket off. We talking noise now is what we doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You mentioned another match with near falls. I assume you mean Sasha and Asuka. Yeah.
I've been reading online and I've been hearing people compare kind of the pace of the falls to Savage Steamboat from WrestleMania 3, with just the constant utilization of near falls, especially in the beginning, because Sasha really got in the upper hand in the beginning of the match, and I loved it when they got outside. I loved, I believe Sasha was going for Meteora, and they got reversed into a code breaker on the outside. That was another match that's probably my other close dark horse to best match that evening, other than the tag team match. But I mean, overall solid. I really did enjoy that match. I really enjoyed all the main card matches.
Yeah.
Actually, to tell the truth, for different reasons, but still, I still enjoyed them.
Even the Lashley Sammy match.
I'm
just kidding. That was fun.
It was. I hate you keep using the term on brand, but doesn't it make sense for Sammy to be this shit heel, like running away from a challenge, trying to get the Hurt Business to
tripping over MVP,
trying to get the ref to call a charge on MVP.
I feel like, to me, the whole match he was trying to get DQ'd, so he had that excuse.
Yes.
And I also feel like that's what shot him in the foot. It's like, of course, that's how it's perfect and everything. But like from a pure taking ignoring that we don't know it's a storyline point of view, it's like, dude, you shot yourself in the foot because you kept going out there. If you stayed in the ring, you might have had a chance.
Maybe.
I said Mike.
You just say Mike.
That's still 380 pounds of a huge boulder he was attacking at random, So if you kick a rock, you're gonna break your foot.
Yeah,
but whatever.
giant brown brick wall that's in the ring. With that,
I think one of y'all mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but like that would have been a good time for the formerly known as Artist Collective to show back up to even up the odds a bit.
Yeah,
I think one of y'all mentioned that about maybe they should get back together a couple weeks ago, but they weren't doing anything else. You might as well.
Yeah. Of course, not using Cesaro properly. Gee, that's a song we've sung a lot.
Speaking of on brand for WWE.
Yeah, exactly. They just don't know what to do with him.
I think I miss Okada.
Final thing of the night: the Undertaker retirement. This was really one of those things where you should have saved it for a live crowd. I mean, it just didn't hit as well because you could tell the crowd noise was piped in, the chants were piped in. It was, outside, of course, the parade of, people being tributed and the fact that his retirement speech lasted a lot shorter than his actual entrance to the ring.
Yeah.
But, it just sucks that this is going on because he doesn't get the send off that he deserves. I mean, we've long predicted it'll be a Survivor Series when he says goodbye for the first time until Saudi Arabia comes calling. But let's be honest, bro. That's
okay.
Tom, are you there?
I see Tommy's up. I will have one thing that kind of bewildered me, and then the thing that made me shed a tear and weep. They brought out a bunch of people who have had classic run-ins with Taker before, ran with him before. Like, I geeked out when I saw the Godwins and Savio Vega come out.
Yeah,
like that was great. I was like, oh, they got all these people that he's worked with, and then they show the package, and hey, where'd they go?
Yeah.
Hey, where'd they go?
I'm glad I'm not the only one who was like that. Okay, yeah.
In here? No, ain't there either.
No, not there.
I don't know where they went. The part where Undertaker got down one knee and do his thing, and then they had a 3D thing of Paul Bearer. I cried.
Yeah, that was probably the coolest part. Came in with Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer. I mean,
I cried when I saw that. Yeah,
they put up the clip of when Undertaker broke into his house, beat him up. The whole Kane storyline, and I laughed. I was like, "Man, good times when wrestlers just broke into each other's houses." I love because if you listen, when Taker shows up on camera, he yells, "Did you think I forgot where you live?" And just keeps. I was like, "Man, good times,
good times,
good times, breaking and entering." breaking
Man,
news.
those were the days of wrestling.
Yeah, I know. Perfect.
When Steve Austin could just break into Brian Pillman's house and a gun gets thrown in there, but nobody goes to jail. Good times. Good times.
And when,
Pillman 9mm.
Triple H breaks into Randy Orton's house with a sledgehammer and assaults and
was-
willful destruction of property, he's
Talking out the
arrested, but they released the next day. Man,
Next
he just
day,
got a-
they release him by 9:45 so they can get there for the last segment.
That's true. That's true.
And somehow they get a police escort back to the arena.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Which I'm not even sure was Raw, even in Orton's hometown at that point on that episode. If not, that's some interesting time displacement. It makes you wonder how they did it.
Like season 7 of Game of Thrones, but I digress.
It's always about
Bye, Tommy.
It's better if you combine 6 and 7 together since it's so short. It's the same argument I use for Quantum of Solace. It's better if you watch it immediately after Casino Royale. Then it actually makes sense since they take place right one after another. Anyway,
this is true.
Enough James Bond and Game of Thrones talk.
You're not wrong.
All right.
Anyway,
Well,
moving on.
as for us, the final tally was Raw 3, SmackDown 3. And our pick results: Tina, Mike, and Tommy went 4-2, and I went 5-1.
Wait, does that include the?
It doesn't include the
Battle
Battle Royal because as WWE established that doesn't count.
Well, because technically that would make it Raw 4 to.
I know technically it would, but
Okay.
I mean, basically they established a while back when Raw went undefeated that the pre-show doesn't count, which is BS. But yeah, we could say Raw won by 3, so Raw 4-3. So, anyone surprised Dominic got the push he's getting so far in the Battle Royal?
What the?
Wow.
Sorry, that was my phone.
That's all right. Mike's phone is happy with that. Yeah,
that was almost perfect.
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for how it's being pushed now for him to be in that spot.
Yeah.
I have nothing against it. I mean, he's shown that he can go. So that's the point. At least he's getting. I mean, we can go back and forth of people whose parents or relatives were big in the business and got pushed and didn't have it.
Jax. But anyways.
I was gonna go further back and say Eric Watts, but sure, let's go with that one.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna go further.
But enough
back.
about Techno Team 2000.
Or whatever. But
there's a deep cut.
Yeah.
So.
On to our WrestleCast ratings here: 0 to 5, 5 being WrestleMania 17, 0 being December to Dismember. Tez, we'll start with you since you didn't get to make picks on this show. What is your rating for Survivor Series?
Remember, 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5. Gotcha. If I completely eliminate the memory of my mind of the dual branded battle royal, I'm gonna say a straight up 4.5. Okay. Adding the dual branded battle royal, it's a 3.5.
Wow. Wow. One whole
You
point.
hated that, bro.
I love battle royals, but I didn't like this one.
Mm-hmm.
I especially didn't like the ending.
Yeah.
I like the final few guys in there. It's like, this could get interesting. Oh, they're doing the whole I thought he was eliminated bit. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, that's
money
fair.
in the bank.
I get that. That's fair.
Okay. So what was the purpose of this? Make us hate or love the Miz or something. I don't. Why? What's the point of this? Were there any stakes? Were there any stakes of this? Oh, Raw and SmackDown are 3 for 3. Does this even matter? Why are we doing this in Survivor Series anyway? Isn't that what bragging rights was for before they got rid of that? Does anybody remember bragging rights?
Yeah.
That big stupid trophy they had. While I love this, I talked about this before in the podcast. I love Survivor Series. It's probably one of my favorite of the big 4 pay-per-views because of the uniqueness of the elimination matches. I love the uniqueness. Now they make it like a brand competition thing. It's even better. And I thought, but now this year they couldn't do NXT. I get it, but last year was just so much fun seeing NXT get in on it and just demolish Raw and SmackDown and throughout the pay-per-view. That was great. And now this year, you can't help what's happening with COVID-19, so NXT has to be kept to the side. So So just kind of like leave, like have this whole brand battle thing kind of end on a green tide after everything that's been happening, building each other up, and no one's gonna have like no one's gonna have like anything to hold over anybody until next year, that type of thing. But hey, Miz is Raw, and he won one of the worst battle royals we've seen recently. It's like,
And on a side note,
Yeah.
how dumb was Miz to not be down there at the end of the championship match?
thank you.
McIntyre was like at least knocked out.
Why was he
Yeah.
even there? Why was he even in the battle royal? Why was he even in the battle royal? Why wasn't he there? Yes.
I remember, like, when he was on the ground, I was like, okay, and I came to play.
And
Yeah, I was for a split second. I thought that might be.
I came to play.
in
I
fact,
came to play. And
No, because I think
fact-
they didn't want social media overshadowing Undertaker's retirement with that. That's the only reason I could see them not pulling the trigger there. So
maybe so, but maybe so. But even it goes back, he maybe could have been there to cash in on McIntyre, which then goes further back. Why did they take the title off of McIntyre on Orton for those few weeks?
Yeah, that was our mystery question from last week.
Have him lose to Roman, and then while he's still out, cue Tommy.
yeah,
Okay, so I'm saying McIntyre never lost the title at all to Randy Orton. He loses to Roman just the way he did now. He's passed out. What should we hear on the speakers next?
I came to play.
There we go.
I came to play.
mhm.
And
A great screw ending to Survivor Series, because I love the screwiness of Survivor Series, of weird things happening that shouldn't happen or that are a surprise, and that would have been a great screwy surprise to end Survivor Series.
And I think and honestly, I don't know if that would have so much overshadowed Undertaker, or it had just been given to be more of a social media presence. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
By the time he
I
was
don't
done with
get
his
this-
entrance, it would have been an hour later, so it would have been plenty of time.
Yeah. They're leaving them with fan time. So, Mike, what's your rating for Survivor Series?
I'm gonna go 4.25. It was solid, but I think I just wasn't hyped for it leading up to it. So, I mean, there were some good matches. Nothing that really made me get overexcited. Like, I mean, I like the women's match, the tag match, the main event, but it just felt like it didn't mean anything. I was going to mention a few things earlier, like in the tag match. I knew my pick was in danger when New Day was being way too cocky at the beginning of the match. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, I know it's coming. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought they might pull it off the other way. And then I wanted to mention something our friend Jesse said about the main event, where he was like, Drew McIntyre is Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns. Like taking all the punishment, kicking out of everything. I was like, that's pretty true.
Yep. Tommy, your rating?
4.5 as well. Honestly, it's like, for a show that I wasn't hype about going in, it made a believer out of me. I will say that. It was I sometimes I think that the wrestlers are the reason that the show actually made it, not the booking going into it. It's like, I think all of them were like, yeah, we kind of got trash booking here, didn't we, guys? Yeah, so let's just make it fun. So, because even the clean sweep of SmackDown wasn't as bad as it sounds on paper. It's like, on paper, that sounds like a horrible idea. When you watch it, it was actually kind of fun. Because also, I keep meaning to bring this up. Is Jey Uso like becoming the hero of this city this year? Because, oh my God, I can't think of anyone who's put in more work to look great this year than him. It's like everyone else who's like at the top right now, you kind of expected it, but Jay, man, damn. It's like, dude, for a guy who I thought would only be a tag team wrestler and not a bad tag team wrestler, I mean, I love the Usos as a tag team. It's like, if he doesn't become a tag team with Jimmy again, I'm actually okay with that, because his work ethic has been through the roof this year.
Is Jimmy the Janetti?
I mean, maybe.
That coward tried to escape through the window.
Yeah. All right. Well, while Tommy
They better not have an interview in a barbershop. That's all I'm saying.
It's like, well, that's not where this is going.
As for my
it's
rating,
like a wedding and a contract signing. We know where
Yeah.
this is going.
as for my rating, I'm right where Mike is, 4.25. I mean, it was better than I thought it would be, but again, what's the point? Give us some bigger stakes other than just best of the best or who's got bragging rights or that sort of thing. Make this actually mean something.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Put someone's life on the line.
yeah, I mean,
The losing team
Wow.
has to sacrifice. No, I'm just kidding.
We have a firing squad outside the Thunderdome.
yeah, something like that, right?
Whoever's team loses, or whichever brand loses, they have one person, they don't get to know who, has to go join the Firefly Funhouse, but they don't get to know who.
The losing brand, all the members have to do a remake of Ready to Rumble.
Oh, where's the loss in that? I'm down.
We get to see early pro.
I want to say that
Yeah.
that could be a punishment yet a reward if you're not careful. So.
Good point.
Because we all know you star in Ready to Rumble, you're going to win the world championship. That's really how it goes. So, yeah. Overall rating 4.125. Not too shabby Survivor Series.
Wait a minute, JC. That's not right.
What?
There were 2 4.5s and 2 4.25s.
No, Ted said 3.5.
I said I counted the Battle Royal. So
Yeah, 3.5.
Oh, was it officially? Because okay.
Yeah. He said if he had eliminated
I
the
thought
pre-show.
he was
Make mine
taking away the Battle Royal himself. Okay.
yeah,
No.
make mine a 4
Fair
and put it
enough,
in the
my
middle.
bad.
Make mine a 4
Okay,
and
make
put
his a 4 and put it
Sorry,
in
the
the
math
Yeah.
major was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Chicken
mean,
wasn't
you're
here to
off
catch
this
it.
week. You're off this week, so I figured you'd be off the clock. So,
I've been off for a few years, but
Thought
that's
I'd-
Wow.
Mike, you're the math guy. We need you more than ever in these times.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So 4.25 then is the overall
Yeah.
rating after the readjustment. There we go. So,
There we go.
yeah. So,
That's gonna be fun for you to do in editing.
yeah,
I can't
thanks
wait
a
to
lot,
see it.
guys.
You're welcome.
I thought
I'm
Ted
kidding. God, get
was officially a 4.5. I thought he was just joking that if he okay.
Yeah.
So,
We'll stick with 4 right in the middle. All right.
Every time show something happens.
Yeah. A couple of bits of wrestling news. Before I have one thing I put on the agenda, but one thing I want to mention. How perfect was John Moxley's announcement that Renee Young and him are expecting a baby?
It fits for him, just kind of throwing it out there,
Just
like
sneaking it into a promo,
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
it's like
That's
what's going
perfect.
on?
he's such a jackass because it's like that's fantastic news. But it's I'm happy for them, like because
Oh, yeah.
they're both so great and they're both so hilarious. So it's like but it's just like if he told you that, like, oh, by the way, she's pregnant, it's like, you jackass, that's fantastic news, you son of a bitch. I would want to know.
but some of the Twitter stuff around it was fun too. Like again, I don't know if you saw that Bailey tweeter. She was like, "So what was better, the way the world found out or the way I found out?" And
Yeah.
apparently, you'll see that like Renee had tweeted something to Bailey that she thought she was tweeting to John
She was
about
texting John a pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
And
about
Oh,
a pregnancy
wow.
update, but it actually texted Bailey, and Bailey's like, "What?"
yeah.
That's
Quite on
Wow.
awesome.
That's great.
You mentioned our buddy Jesse in our little group chat. He said, so during the pandemic, Reigns had twins, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Becky is pregnant with Rollins' baby, and now Moxley's about to have a kid with Renee. One thing is for sure, the Shield gets it in. Awesome news, though. Definitely good news instead of bad this week. So, yeah, the Shield has been busy in the middle of this pandemic. Props
they
to
have.
them. So, yeah.
The Shield always puts in work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
if you need some new mood music, Sierra
Dun,
Hotel India Echo Lima
dun,
Delta Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it works.
be-
Apparently
Yeah.
it's proven
that's
to
going to be
work.
playing on my wedding night. I'm gonna put the Shield sound on there, and Men's gonna be confused.
You know what? I'm gonna try and hack the
Sierra
DJ booth. And
Hotel,
have them-
India.
I'm hacking the DJ booth, and as you're walking away from the altar after your vows, I'm trying. So, that'd be
It's like-
great.
I heard it works.
Yes. We're booking Tez's wedding here. All right. Other bit of wrestling news. Mike is currently sitting at the Thunderdome in the Amway Center in Orlando. And on December 11th, the Thunderdome will be moving to Tropicana Field in
Ah,
Tampa.
crap! I got to get a plane ticket, or
Well, you can drive. It's not that far.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're not
Trust-
far from
oh.
you're not far from
Yeah.
not
Good.
far from Tampa, from Orlando.
Closer to the Gulf. You'll be in Tampa there, in a big baseball field,
Yeah.
with low ceiling, because, just about
It's-
every
it's
foul ball
an old
hits there.
It's a pretty old baseball field. It's pretty
Yeah.
old.
So that's gonna be interesting. Obviously, they're making way for the NBA season coming up, and we'll see how long this lasts because baseball starts up in late March, early April. So
Yeah.
they won't be there too long actually. So this is like a temporary home. So but yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about. Let's get into the 1 minute warning segment here. Tez, do you have anything this week that you want to spend a minute on to talk about?
Just that rant I had earlier about that dual branded battle royal and Survivor Series' purpose as a whole.
Do you want to spend a whole minute just to rant again, or what do you want to do?
I am good. I'm
Okay.
good. I can't afford to get too angry too many times.
Okay.
I was about to say, I think he had another at least minute left in him, but I don't know if he should go. So
I pulled back. I pulled myself back.
All right.
I can't afford to go back. I can't afford to go back.
Mike, do you have anything this week?
yes.
You do.
Oh.
All right.
And Tommy, I think you're going to enjoy this.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right. Ready, set, and go.
So I think I came to a decision, as we'd mentioned in the dual branded battle royal, that Cesaro not even a part of it. So I've come to the conclusion he needs to leave WWE. I know he's probably comfortable there. I know he has a bunch of friends and he probably enjoys what he does. But I need to see one run of Claudio in New Japan. Maybe just 1 year from Wrestle Kingdom to Wrestle Kingdom, something like that. I've had this dream of him somehow getting a title shot, a WWE shot. I don't think it's going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. So,
Yeah.
Future endeavor, whatever, that's fine. Go spend 1 year in New Japan and just do the greatest hits, hit all the big guys, including Suzuki. I would love to see that of all things.
No.
But yeah, bring back Claudio and just go do a Japan tour, maybe for 1 year.
man,
Use
Claudio
it.
versus Suzuki. Do not threaten me with that good time. Let me tell you. Oh Lord,
That just sounds like fun right there.
Oh God, doesn't
that's
it?
that's a dream match of mine.
That's
Can you imagine the European uppercuts? They
Yes.
would try to dislocate each other's jaws.
It's just infinite European uppercuts.
Yes, definitely.
Like,
And I can see Milano Collection
European
AT at ringside just losing his shit at that.
Like
Like him just jumping out of his chair up and down just at that
it would
match.
be an awkward chant, but uppercut forever somehow just.
Oh yeah.
If you think
That's a good
that they would
shirt
work it
idea.
in somehow, you're wrong. They would. So,
Uppercuts forever.
Tommy, do you have something this week, or did Mike just blow your mind there that you're?
I think Mike just blew my mind. I really because I don't have anything for Japan yet. I'm waiting for the World Tag League and Best Super Juniors to end. So,
Okay, cool.
So I think actually I'm good this week.
All right. For mine, I just want to spend a minute. It's Thanksgiving week this week. That's why we're doing the show early. I know this has been such a crazy, messed up year that we have been dealing with. And a lot of stuff has gone on. Just things to be thankful for. My family, my friends, the fact that we've been able to keep this going. On some level, we've had wrestling continue going. And I know we give the Thunderdome crap, but hey, at least they're finding a way for fans to be engaged in the show, So that's really cool to see. I'm very thankful the fact that AEW has stuck around. Impact has stuck around. NWA has gotten involved with a lot of things. We're seeing a lot of companies working together. New Japan is still working its magic, and Ring of Honor is going to be giving us a pay-per-view this year. We were all wondering if that was going to happen, but we're going to be talking about it in a couple weeks. That final battle, along with TLC, we're going to be discussing as well. So, regardless of how crappy this year has been, there are some things to be thankful for, and I invite you to think long and hard about them when you put that together Thanksgiving this weekend. So, yeah.
Real quick, speaking of your ROH, I don't know if this was a recent thing or not, but apparently Mike Bennett showed up.
Yeah, I saw it
to save Matt Taven.
Yeah.
That was relatively recent, right? Like
Yeah.
It was
I think it was last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're setting something up with that, yeah.
Today.
The video just popped up today for it.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're setting something up for Final Battle. Like I said, we'll be discussing that. So
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing. Rest in peace to Michael Faith.
Michael Faith,
Yeah.
yes, once again, yeah. Shout out to Brandon. He had a really cool on his Remarkable Wrestling podcast. Brandon Oliver had a nice little memorial to him. People were able to go on, share some thoughts. He showed some old matches that he had. Also, shout out Brandon Oliver. There was some RCW footage that got broadcast during Survivor Series.
Oh yeah.
Showing some stuff that was really cool. Getting to see that.
About that show, you know, the funny part about the show that they showed on the Survivor Series is I was there, and that is one of the shows I remember most vividly because of Mick Foley and Trina Michaels being in the ring, which was hilarious.
I remember that show. Foley
Trina Michaels. Don't Google her, kids. Anyway,
not without parents' permission. But
don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Here's the zoom in on Tez again.
Dad's like, she looks familiar.
Don't do it.
I remember that show because Foley had to show up late because of airport issues, but he came in and it was really awesome.
It was super nice. I actually got a picture with him. He was super nice.
Yeah. And my one final thing to Brandon, had a really good podcast with Gail Kim yesterday before Survivor Series. That was really cool. Got to play a fun little Pictionary game, which I thought was really hilarious. So, and that was pretty fun. So, it was a pretty cool show to talk to. And she had a lot of nice things to say, really good things to say about San Antonio fans, all the way back to the time lockdown was here and how crazy we're at that show. So, that was pretty awesome. So
he started throwing trash in the ring because Bully Ray was real to be leader base and Ace.
Oh man!
Damn it!
Yeah.
That one night, all of that was perfect, and they could not hold on to that.
As for us, our Twitter account at @CCG_WrestleCast, and you can subscribe here to the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. Next week, we will be previewing NXT TakeOver War Games.
War Games.
I get such chills whenever he says War Games. I was like, oh yeah,
yes,
let's do that. It's like all that happened.
Yeah, say it, Regal. Yeah.
One of my funniest memes is like, girls, what they try to figure out guys really, really want, and they're trying to list this and that and all this stuff, and then it's what guys really want: War Games. Yeah, just so.
I mean,
so
are they wrong though?
No.
So here's the thing about that. Where is the lie? I mean,
exactly. I don't. I'm with Tommy. I don't see the lie anywhere.
It's like there's only one thing guys want. Yes, we're gonna yell out
and
War
it's
Games.
disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be. The matches can't be bloody. Yeah. I mean, they can't be. But
that's true. That's true.
That's pretty much what every guy wants. A lot of girls too, from what I hear.
I know at least two, and they're about to pick teams. So
yeah.
I mean, he ain't lying.
Yeah. This has been a lot of fun today, guys. I think we've all needed this one to Thanksgiving. So,
boy, so good.
So, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Please be safe. Let everybody know Zoom has lifted their 40-minute time limit just for Thanksgiving Day. So if you can't get together with your family, set up a Zoom meeting, have a Thanksgiving lunch or dinner, whatever your tradition is. Take a nap, watch football, whatever. But at least with Zoom, you can connect safely, and don't have to worry about any time limits. Thank you, Zoom, for doing that. That's pretty damn cool. So
yeah.
For the Countdown City WrestleCast, over here we got Tez.
Bye, y'all. Happy Turkey Day.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
We got Tommy.
Yes, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, all.
And I'm JC. And as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake.
Hey, yo, subscribe to the channel by clicking right here.
Or if you want to watch more videos, click right here.